I will never understand how there are women out there in the world who are struggling financially, who are struggling with money, yet they're sleeping with a man every night. That doesn't make any sense. Do you understand the nature of men? The nature of a man rules over survival. He rules over not only your survival, but the tribe's survival, the people's survival. He is the grounding force of protection and provision. Do you think he's incapable? Do you think that demanding more from him is somehow unrealistic? Are you serious? Men are capable of moving mountains, especially for a woman who is embodied in her divinely feminine essence. Peace and prosperity. Welcome back to Earth's Feminine. This is Asaya, aka Asaya Mystic, and in today's video I want to talk with you all today about when you have a bad relationship with money, when you have a poverty mindset, when you are unable to receive money, especially in relationship with men. You also have a bad relationship with yourself in relationship to your feminine energy. Feminine energy represents abundance. Feminine energy represents money, liquid cash money. When we're talking about relationships, love, harmony, liquid cash money, all of this relates back to the earth. All of this relates back to also the star of Venus, which we associate in modern day times with feminine energy. And we are the creators of money and abundance everywhere, okay? It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter where it comes from. When money comes in, this is representing our energy as the feminine energy of the planet. So when we are walking around resistant to receiving, okay, resistant to receiving in life, but also in our relationships with men, then we are in a way where we're like at war with ourselves, and we're unable to fully flower into who we're meant to be, and we're also stopping the world from stepping into a greater level of abundance, a greater level of peace, prosperity, and all of those beautiful things. When we have a bad relationship with money, okay, the first place that we want to look in our life is we want to look at our relationship with our mother. The mother represents abundance, growth, the ability to do whatever it is that we want in life, because our mother, she's the one who gave us our bodies so that we could experience this earthly experience, so that we could take part in life's pleasures and feel throughout all of our senses. She's the reason that we're able to do that, because from her flesh, from her blood, from her bones, she nurtured us into being. So if we're ever having issues with money in our life, we need to look at that relationship that we have with our heavenly mother, our cosmic mother, our universal mother, and our earth mother. Okay, this is the beginning. So really the purpose of me making this video, right, the reason why I decided to make this video is because I came across a post on Instagram from a creator. His name is Yada Awakening, and he made a post basically showing this guy who's asking a woman out on a date, and she has 3 children, and the woman lets him know that, listen, I have 3 children. If we go out, I'm gonna need money for the sitter. Are you able to cover it? And he showed that the guy responded in a way to where he's like, those are my kids, I don't have to give you money for your sitter, you should be able to cover the sitter on your own, or whatever like that. And her response was, well, you know what, I'm looking for someone who is willing to provide that for me, so, you know, take care of yourself, you know, and we'll go our separate ways. And in the post, he clearly stated that this is exactly how a woman should respond to men who want to court women who have children. I looked at the poll, right? Because, you know, on Instagram, there's they have polls now, and it was asking how many people agree or disagree, and it was literally like 48% of people agree and 52% of people disagree. And I could see so many women in the comments like, I think that this is too much, and $250, it sounds like she's trying to scam him, and I would never ask for a man to do that for me when he's just getting to know me. And so, like, all of those comments that I'm reading is just taking me back to all of the men that I have dated, or not even really dated, but all of the men that I was about to start dating. But it got to the point where somewhere down the line, finances came up, where whether or not I was letting them know that they would need to cover the sitter, because I for those of you that know me, I do have a 6-year-old daughter. So when I go out and I go on dates, the men that take me out know this, and if I need a sitter, they either need to cover the sitter. If I don't need a sitter and I just, you know, have a family member or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I'll watch, then whatever, I'm not gonna require it. But I do communicate that this is a standard that I have, and I do expect for men, even if I don't need a sitter, to be willing to provide if they need to, so that they can spend time with me. That's something that I desire in the man that wants to one day call me his wife. I want a man that's willing to provide for me in that way. Even if it's taking me out for the first time, all right? Even if it's getting to know me for the first time. I don't believe in giving men the ability to window shop, okay? And basically window shop with you. What does window shopping with a woman look like? And this is where a lot of men that I was on the verge of dating but never got to date, they got very comfortable, and they were used to women allowing them to basically window shop with them. Okay, window shopping looks like where you let a man take up all of your time. You might sit on the phone with him for 2 hours, 3 hours. You might go out with him, and you know what I'm saying, you might foot the bill for your sitter or whatever it is that you might need to show up to the date. And you're basically letting him see if he likes you. You're giving him the chance to see if he likes you. And the reason why this is a huge example of women being out of touch with their feminine energy and receiving, okay, their ability to receive, is because majority of women do this because they feel like if they were to actually require a man to make the experience pleasurable for them, meaning if they were to require a man to actually foot the bill for what they needed to truly and fully show up and enjoy the date and be in a complete state of pleasure as we're meant to be, if they were to do that, they're somehow asking for too much. And this is a problem. This is a problem, and it's a huge reason why the Black community, especially the Black community, is in such a state of impoverishment, because we've been conditioned to accept low, bare minimum, subpar behavior from our men. We've been conditioned to just let that be what it is because of everything that we've gone through in the past, okay? But it's 2024, okay? And the same, story of what the white man did and who this person who's oppressing us, and like that same story gets old. And at this point, you start to realize that it has a lot to do with what's going on in our mind and how we're thinking and how we're feeling about ourselves as women. When I first made the decision to start to require for men to cover my babysitter fees, my traveling fees if I needed a Uber or a car to get to wherever we were meeting, if we were going somewhere really nice and I needed my nails done, my toes done, I needed a new outfit, like whatever it is that I needed, I made a decision to start requiring that from the men that want to take me out on a date, that want to get to know me, that want to use up my precious time. Because I don't know if I mentioned this before in why men should always provide for women. A woman's time is much more valuable than a man's time when it comes to dating and courting, okay? So yes, he should come out of pocket for if you need a sitter, if you need a car there, if you would like, right? Even if it's not a need, even if it's a desire, if you want to have your nails done, your toes done, you want a new outfit, whatever it is that you specifically feel like would allow you to show up to the date in your fullest state of receivership and pleasure, that's something that you should feel completely entitled to. You should feel completely entitled to this. And there is a plethora of people in the online space that genuinely feel like to ask for these things is to be a brat or to be asking for something that you don't deserve. How do you not deserve to be provided for and treated like a queen from jump? Do you think that after this man has window shopped with you for however many years, sometimes it's not years, sometimes it's, months or whatever, if you allow a man to window shop with you in the hopes that at some point he's gonna make the decision to treat you how you deserve to be treated, you are playing a game that you are not meant to win. Truly, really and truly, you're playing a game that you're not meant to win. Okay? It is our responsibility as women to set the standard energetically for what it means for a man to show up and provide for a woman. And he doesn't get to decide when that happens. You do. You get to decide when that happens. Okay? So I have come across many men in my dating experience that when I ask them, if they can cover my babysitter or if they can cover this or if they can cover that, that they get an attitude and they go, well, that's not my responsibility, or you should already have that figured out, or, basically try to push that off on me as if they shouldn't have to, foot the bill for anything, or not even anything, but maybe it's just specifically the babysitter. That's a man that has not been raised correctly. I've also had men that I've dated and actually continue to date that as soon as I bring up, or I might not even need to bring up the sitter because they're already asking me if I need anything, but as soon as I bring up something that I need, they're like, where's the app? What you need? Cash out? What you need? What it is? Boom, it's done. Like, no questions asked, no arguments, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. This is a man that's fully ready to show up for you, to provide for you. And you should be like, you should be expecting to receive this. And if you're not currently expecting to receive this kind of treatment in your relationships with men, then yes, you do need to work on your relationship with your feminine energy. You do need to work on your relationship with money, because a man with a poverty mindset can never fully please a woman, a divinely feminine woman in her feminine essence. Okay? He can never 100% please her. And I will never understand, okay? I will never understand how there are women out there in the world who are struggling financially, who are struggling with money, yet they're sleeping with a man every night. That doesn't make any sense. Do you understand the nature of men? The nature of a man rules over survival. He rules over not only your survival, but the tribe's survival, the people's survival. He is the grounding force of protection and provision. Do you think he's incapable? Do you think that demanding more from him is somehow unrealistic? Are you serious? Men are capable of moving mountains, especially for a woman who is embodied in her divinely feminine essence, especially for that woman that he really, really wants, and one who is challenging him to become the best version of himself, the version of himself that is in alignment with the divine. You'll be surprised. So by you holding on to poverty mindsets, by you thinking to yourself, oh, I don't want to ask for too much, oh, I'm expecting too much, no, you're just acclimating to low frequency men who don't appreciate you. And it's okay to tell yourself the truth in that, because if you acclimate to the lie that they want you to believe, that there's not enough to go around, that there's it's too hard to be able to do this, it's going to take a whole bunch of time for me to ever be able to provide this for you, you don't have to acclimate to that. You can recognize it for the lie that it is, and you can move forward to attracting the man that is going to show up and want to do all of these things for you. The truth of who you are is wealth. The truth of who you are is overflow. The truth of who you are is money. Money. And you, when you are in tune with your true divine feminine essence, you know that when a man provides for you, he is doubling his money. He is tripling his money. He is expounding on his fortunes. And when he cowers away from providing you with the things that will bring you into your ultimate state of pleasure, he is denying himself access to abundance and prosperity and good fortune. So yes, you steer clear and far away from men who have lack mindsets, who have poverty mindsets, and you expunge yourself, you purge yourself of any mindsets or thinking that are continuing to keep you, yourself as a woman, locked into experiences with men that keep you limited in the amount of pleasure that you can experience in this lifetime. There are a lot of women who make a lot of money. They're not all in a state of pleasure. You could believe me when I say that. There are a lot of women who make a lot of money. Making a lot of money doesn't mean that you're in tune with your divine feminine energy. Especially when you believe the only way that you can make this money is in this specific way. The only way that you can make money is if you do something to earn it, like a job or even a business, right? Some women, we start our own businesses and the business becomes our new master. You know what I'm saying? Money doesn't work like that. It doesn't have to come through a specific source. It comes in the way that you determined that it comes, because you rule over money, you rule over abundance, you rule over the growth and the love and the beauty that we get to experience here on this planet. So even if you are making a lot of money, it doesn't mean that you're connected to your feminine energy. What does mean that you're connected to your feminine energy is if you know that I don't have to do anything to receive. I do not have to earn love. I do not have to do anything to receive. It will find its way to me. That's the way money works. That's the way love works. So, if you are interested in diving deeper into understanding the core of how to manifest love and money as a woman, I am opening up the portal to my newest program, which I am really excited about. It is called Valued and Worthy. This is the program that is going to take you from not being sure of your worth, not being sure of your value, into being a complete master manifester of deep, deep love and being cherished in your love life, and overflowing amounts of money into your reality. If you are interested in signing up for this program, the link is down below in the description box. I can't wait to see you on the inside. And remember to make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and you love receiving messages just like this, downloads just like this from your girl Asaya, or Asaya Mystic. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Remember, you are the embodiment of abundance. You are the embodiment of money and wealth and prosperity. So stand in that, stand firm in that, and grow in that. Push the bar in that, even if you're afraid at first. Because trust me, when I first started to demand more from life and from the people around me, I was afraid. I was afraid that they would judge me. I was afraid that they would clap back. I was afraid that they would have this to say and that to say. And you know what? The more that I did it, and the more that they clapped back, and the more that they tried to tear me down in the process, I became resilient. I became more secure in myself. I became knowing of my true value and my worth. And I stood firm in that, and I began to attract people who reflected that back to me, who showed up in that same energy with me and worshiped me, because I invoke that same power and energy in them, especially when I meet and come across men who are interested in courting me. So, oh my gosh, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.